He rides in fast with a mic in hand, boots on the ground, he's taking a stand. Talking top ropes and a steel cage fight, Dr. Love's bringing passion every Saturday night. From Nashville bars to the squared up stage, he's calling out legends, flipping the page with a cowboy hat and a wild red heart. He's been loving wrestling from the very start. Yeah. He's Dr. Love, the American cowboy, taking down hate and bringing the joy. From pile drivers to a power bomb kiss, ain't nothing sweeter than a suplex bliss. Red, white, and boots of flame. Aaron loves wrestling, riding that fame. He's breaking the rules, but he's always true. This cowboy's heart bleeds red, white, and blue. Turn up the heat when the lights go low. He's calling matches like a rodeo show with a rebel soul and a wild man's grin. If you step to the mic, you ain't gonna win. He's got love for the stories and love for the fight. Late night talks under neon lights. He'll walk that line between rough and refined. Dr. Love's got a lariat and a mastermind. Yeah, he's Dr. Love, the American cowboy, running on passion, not just a ploy. With fire in his voice and truth in his eyes, he's calling it live where the legend lies. Red, white, and boots of flame. Aaron loves wrestling, riding that fame. From the buckle to the brawl, he stands so tall. Dr. Love's here to give it his all. Yeah. So raise your glass to the rebel host, to the cowboy doctor we all love most. From heartbreak heels to fan favorite cheers, he's been riding with wrestling for all these years. Dr. Love, the American cowboy. This ain't just a show, it's a power bomb blow. He rides in fast with a mic in hand, boots on the ground, he's taking a stand. Talking top ropes and a steel cage fight, Dr. Love's bringing passion every Saturday night. From Nashville bars to the squared up stage, he's calling out legends, flipping the page with a cowboy hat and a wild red heart. He's been loving wrestling from the very start. Yeah. He's Dr. Love, the American cowboy, taking down hate and bringing the joy. From pile drive about to rain. Aaron's in the booth talking about everything from WWE to you, classics and the rest. You know he's got the passion and he's bringing you the best. Aaron loves wrestling, feel that heat. Every finisher pop and heat.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm back. It's for AEW, though. Thank you for joining me. Had a solid WWE Raw review. Now for the AEW Dynamite review, getting the videos in where I can. So I appreciate everybody coming into the chats and joining me and supporting me. Thank you for 300 subscribers on my YouTube. Keep it growing. Let's at least get to 500 by the end of the year. My goal is 1,000, but we got 2 months left. But 500 at least, so that would be 200 more to go. I think we can do it. So let's go. But this is my AEW Dynamite review from last night's show. It was a great show. And again, for those who are hating on professional wrestling, for those who are the podcasters out there who want to talk negative constantly, especially about AEW, especially about All Elite Wrestling, just stop watching. Stop watching. If you don't like it that much, I don't go out of my way to watch one of my wife's favorite shows that she likes to watch that I don't like to watch, and go out of my way to watch it just to come on here on a podcast and scream at you on why I thought it sucked and didn't like it. I don't. I go and I watch what I want to watch and I enjoy it. Do I have my opinions? Yeah, I didn't like that too much. Yeah, I didn't think so-and-so didn't deserve to win that, or blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I have my positive criticism. Positive. Because you can give positive criticism, but doesn't mean it's garbage, doesn't mean it sucks, doesn't mean it's bad, doesn't mean blah, 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 whatever you hear on the internet. AEW is great, okay? If you don't like it, you like WWE or TNA or both or New Japan, whatever, I get it. I respect that. I can respect someone not liking it and giving me their reasons why. What I can't respect is someone just constantly hating on the product because you want to hate on the product. Same thing goes for WWE. For those who just constantly hate on WWE because you don't like them because of political reasons. I mean, there's people out there that I disagree with politically, but I'm still a fan of them. And if I got to meet them, I'd shake their hand, ask for an autograph in the picture, and we'll go on our merry way. I don't care about politics and care less about that, or religious beliefs or things like that. I'm a fan of professional wrestling. I'm a fan of AEW. I'm a fan of WWE. I'm a fan of many wrestlers that I have disagreements with, but I love them, and I'm still a fan. So if you allow that to get in your way to enjoying a good wrestling show, then you're going to miss out. That's all I got to say. WWE and AEW, they're both great. They have their misses, they have their downfalls, they have their fumbles, they have their stories where they don't follow through with. They have wrestlers who they should push, but they don't. They both have the same mistakes. So I see AEW fans point out that what WWE does. Just look in the mirror, because AEW can do the same thing sometimes with some wrestlers or even some stories that go on within the company, and the vice versa with WWE calling out AEW on what they do. So some people, for those who just constantly hate on professional wrestling, especially on All Elite Wrestling, just stop. You ain't got to watch. I ain't forcing you. I ain't begging you. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But what I don't like is that you constantly complain and criticize about one company that you don't have to watch. You don't. I love professional wrestling. Aaron loves wrestling. Dr. Love. That's me. And I love AEW. There was a time where I hardly watched AEW. But when I got to watching again late last year, especially this year when they put it on HBO Max because I don't have cable, so I'm all streaming. But they definitely put it on HBO Max, and I was watching every week. AEW is great, and there's many wrestlers in AEW that I love to watch. I love AEW. I love Hangman and Page, my top favorite and the best in AEW, in my opinion. That's my opinion. He's my guy. Just like back in the day when it was Shawn Michaels, everyone would say Triple H or Batista or JBL, even John Cena. I'd say nope, HBK is my guy. He's the best. He's the GOAT. right now it's Aminata Page. I love Aminata Page. He kind of reminds me of HBK. That's why I love him so much. Darby Allin, I love. Will Ospreay, Swerve, Willow Nightingale, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, Mercedes Monet. She's great in this 12 title belt thing. What's wrong with it? I mean, she's the belt collector. She's living up to the name. You know, some people who called themselves the belt collectors back in the day was like 1, 2, 3, 4 belts, 4 maybe. She got 12. It's all going to pay off in the end. She's going to lose, come crashing down, and all the women that win the titles from her, it's going to be where where it's going to be her downfall. It is. But I love professional wrestling. That's what I do. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I always will love it. So please, just again, you ain't gotta hate on professional wrestling. You don't. You ain't gotta spread the negativity or the criticism or criticizing people who loving the product, criticizing people who love watching AEW, criticizing people who love watching WWE. You ain't gotta criticize. You don't. You ain't gotta come on here and start talking negative about people who enjoy a product. That's all I gotta say. That's the end, again, off my soapbox. I love y'all. I love professional wrestling. So let's talk about AEW. I'm affiliated with Prince Nana Coffee. Click the link in the YouTube description below. Even go on my Instagram. It's pinned at the top. Go get yourself some Prince Nana Coffee. It's great coffee. I love it. The Cinnabon flavor, I highly recommend. I'm going to order the Cowboy flavor here shortly. So go get yourself some Prince Nana Coffee. It's great coffee. It's my go-to coffee right now. I dropped Folgers and any other coffee brand I was drinking. Prince Nana Coffee is the best in my opinion. I love Prince Nana Coffee. So go get you some. Click the link. I highly recommend it. W Energy. Go get yourself W Energy. Use the promo code Aaron Loves Wrestling. Use that and get 10% off. And I drink. I love I drink. That's I drink with the Q. Great drink. I love it for my days. The energy has no caffeine. I have done my best to keep high caffeine out of my life. I drink with the Q. It is my go-to drink. I drink it before my workouts. I'll drink it if I need that little kick during the day. When I'm watching AEW pay-per-views, when I'm watching, when I'm playing a game or whatever. I just love I drink. It tastes great, and I really hope one day they can get that pineapple flavor coming out because I would like some pineapple flavors. But these two flavors are great. That's the low sugar one with the white can. This is the regular can. They both taste great. But get yourself some My Drink. The website is down below as well. Clean energy, and it's good for you. So that's all I got to say. Let's get into this AEW Dynamite review. First off, we had the recap of Wrestle Dream, which was a great pay-per-view. I enjoyed it from start to finish. It was a great show, great pay-per-view, and I loved it. And so we had a recap of that, and now we're getting into the beginning match, which was the Opps putting their AEW World Trios titles on the line against the Hart Syndicate. We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. Yeah, this was a great match, great trios match. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Give it a solid B. Give it a solid B. But I did enjoy the match. It's great seeing MVP back in the ring. I love MVP. I was a fan of him growing up. Bowling. And hated he never got his world title shot. He never got his world title run. But I'm glad he's but I'm still a fan. So I'm glad to see him in the ring. Opps and her Syndicate had a great match. And I love the heel Opps. Okay. The heel turn was great and it fits them. Powerhouse Hobbs and Shibata and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's a great heel. There are wrestlers that are baby faces, the wrestlers that are heels, and it works for them if they try to go opposite. Now, Samoa Joe can be a good baby face. Okay, he does it in his own way. But to me, when he's a heel, way better. Love a Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe as a heel. But the domain, Ricochet, Bishop Khan, Toilet Nova got in the middle of this match and distracted the Hurt Syndicate. Looked like MVP was going to get the win, and here comes Ricochet on the side apron, distracts him. And then the Opps take advantage to win and retain the AEW World Trios titles. And the Opps retain, and Samoa Joe gave a good promo at the end. and he was saying there's no champion safe with Samoa Joe around. There's none. And then he also said that there's no trio in AEW that can stop him. But this Heyman Adam Page and Samoa Joe feud ain't over yet. Samoa Joe called out Heyman Adam Page and called out any champion. He said when there's champions around, they ain't safe. Samoa Joe, he'll come after anybody, but he's coming after the AEW World Championship. Who knows? I think we'll get at Full Gear. We'll get a rematch with Samoa Joe and Heyman Adam Page. Might be some stipulation on the line. We'll see. But I'm thinking Samoa Joe facing off against Heyman Adam Page for AEW World Title. We won't get that again, and it's not over. It's not over. So we're going to see that. We had a little good Jurassic Express video after this match. I love that we have Jack Perry back. And I love that we got Jurassic Express back. I love it. I love it. I love it. They're going to go for those tag team titles soon. I know it. And it'll be great to see them with the AEW World Tag Team Championships again. So seeing Luchasaurus and Jack Perry back together, it's they're a great team, and I enjoyed Jack Perry's theme. I'm glad that they brought that theme back. So I enjoyed it. It was great. So next we got we got Darby Allin coming out in the ring, and I gotta say, okay, I really do gotta say, Darby Allin. Although I love him and Adam Page, I've always said he's the heart and soul of AEW, and I really do believe that is my opinion. But Darby Allin also is as well. Darby Allin sleeps and breathes, lives for AEW, will die for AEW. He is going to wave that AEW flag until he retires, until the company goes away, which I don't think AEW is going away at all. AEW is here to stay, always be here to stay. But I say this because it's like Sting, okay? And I shared this post last night on X because I truly do believe Darby Allin is the Sting of our era. Darby Allin, not just because of the face paint, although there's the resemblance. But Darby Allin is that vigilante right now in AEW against the Death Riders. Just like Sting was back in WCW against the NWO. Sting was the one protecting and defending WCW against the NWO. Darby Allin is now doing that same thing. He said it in the promo tonight. He says that basically it's not over with with John Moxley and Death Riders, that they're going until basically the Death Riders are no more. Darby Allin's going to be right there going after the Death Riders. He's going to be on their tail, and he's going to end the Death Riders. And this will be a good way for the Death Riders to go away. Darby Allin is the one that ends it. Many people are expecting him to be the leader, but they betrayed John Moxley, and it's revealed that he's the new leader of the Death Riders. Although that would, with who he is, I would fit, but I would rather not see that. I'd rather it pay off with him ending the Death Riders, because I would like for Darby Allin to be the one to end the Death Riders, and then maybe we get the old school John Moxley back. We get Willie Yuta in a different way, going after the Continental Classic, Claudio as well. But I do love Death Riders. They're a great group. Adding Daniel Garcia was great for them. So Death Riders, they're not going away anytime soon, but paying it off in the end, maybe at AEW Revolution, where Darby gets his team together and they go and end the Death Riders. They win, they're no more. But Darby Allin say he's going to wave that AEW flag, and he's going to defend AEW at all costs, not only from Death Riders, but from others. So this was a great promo segment. I enjoyed it. Loved the dark lighting with Darby Allin's entrance. Loved him walking in the way he does with that jacket and the hood over his head. Darby Allin, again, he's got some aura around him, and I love Darby, and he's going to be a future AEW Men's World Champion. Who knows? He might be the one to dethrone Hangman Adam Page. Although I'd hate to see that because I'm enjoying Hangman Adam Page run right now. But seeing Darby as the AEW Men's World Champion would be a great, great addition as well. So it'll be well earned, in my opinion, for Darby Allin. Coming from what happened to him and coming back from injury and climbing Mount Everest and achieving that goal and things like that. And a lot of people have been criticizing Darby about that. Why did Tony Khan allow him to go away when the AEW needed him the most and blah, 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 and allow him to go? Because Tony Khan ain't that kind of boss. If you got some goals, bro, and you got something that you want to go achieve, he's going to allow you to go do it because because he's that kind of guy. And that's what I love about Tony Khan. That's what I love about Tony Khan with AEW. He has the wrestlers, they're allowed to sign dual contracts, not with just AEW, but with other companies. You got some of the wrestlers signed with AEW and CMLL. You got Takeshita signed with AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. A lot of people are saying, oh, well, there's AEW wrestler winning the new IWGP Championship. No, he's signed to New Japan as well. He was signed to New Japan first before he was with AEW. Kenny Omega made a hard push for Takeshita, for Tony Khan to sign Takeshita. And look what Takeshita has become now. He has turned into a star and one of the faces of the company, a one-day future AEW Men's World Champion as well. You got many wrestlers within the company that are stars. They're superstars within the company, the top guys of the company. And Takeshita is one of them, Okada. And with this feud with Okada, is going to put Takeshita over even more. We'll get to that later because those what we got at the end of the show. But Takeshita, man. But AEW, they got their stars, Darby Allin, Takeshita, Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, Hangman Adam Page. The future's there with AEW. The now is there with AEW. Kenny Omega just recently turned 42 and he's having all these health issues. How much longer will he keep wrestling? I hope for a while longer because I love Kenny. I love Kenny Omega. He's fantastic. He's great. But I really don't want him to, severely hurt himself either with, and I hope he can keep going and everything like that. It's a shame that Ibushi got hurt, Kota Ibushi, and he's going to be out for 2 years. Man, but AEW is great on their rosters. Swerve's going to be returning soon. He's recovering from that knee injury. So we'll see when he returns, but I can't wait to see what's going to happen in 2026 at AEW because 2025 was a big success and they're getting the crowds get bigger and the viewers are going up. Don't let these podcasters gaslight you, man. Don't let these podcasters put down AEW like that. AEW is doing great and they got stories and they're doing better on their video promos. They're doing better on their the promos in general within the ring, telling stories and getting you caught up and getting you introduced to these wrestlers and things like that. And their matches are fantastic as well. AEW is great. Don't let these podcasters out there tell you different because it's not bad. AEW isn't bad. AEW is a great wrestling show. They got great wrestlers over there. So when you can, tune in, watch the matches, continue to invest in AEW, get the hate and all that negativity out your head and just invest in the company. If you still don't like it, you still don't like it. It's okay. If you still don't like it, that's fine. Enjoy WWE or TNA, it's fine. But AEW is great. So don't let these podcasts out there gaslight you or lie to you because they're either doing it for clickbait attention or they're not paying attention in general to these stories and the matches that are going on, or they're just not as invested. And if you're not, that's fine. Just stop watching it. Turn it off and go watch something else. But AEW is great, and tonight was a great show and a good follow-up show from Wrestle Dream. Great follow-up show from Wrestle Dream. So with that being said, after the Darby Allin promo, we get the 4-way women's tag team match, which was a fantastic match. This was an A++ to me. This women's tag team match was fantastic. You had Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron facing off against Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata, which I did not expect to be just kind of randomly thrown together, but they're actually a great team together. You had Julia Hart, Skye Blue, Sisters of Sin, Triangle of Madness. And then you had Penelope Ford and Mega Bayne, which they came out in DC comic type gear again with Mega Bayne and the Poison Ivy and Harley. Penelope Ford dressed as Harley Quinn. So it's great. And also, as a DC comic fan, which I think is better than Marvel, in my opinion, I enjoy DC over Marvel. I love the DC background drop on AEW last night. thought it was great. And I love that they have the partnership with them and the comic book characters with AEW, with the wrestlers. So it's great. It makes it fun. It makes wrestling fun. So I plan on getting one of those comics and just having it, kind of collector type item. Probably go back up there somewhere. But I think it's an awesome thing. But this tag team match was great. And I love the finishing move with Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata with the headbutt Haterade combination. I thought that was awesome. So I say call this team World Haterade. That's all I guess. I love it. Queen Haterade. But World Haterade, I love it. I think that'd be a great tag team name. Just my opinion, just me. But this is again fantastic 4-way match. Fantastic. I loved it. You got Hayter and Aminata winning, and the stipulation in this match was the winner gets to choose their first opponents in this tournament. They women's tag team tournament bracket, which by the way we'll go over here. Let me pull up the graphic. You had in this tournament, of course, you got Queen Aminata, Jamie Hayter, and they selected the Sisters of Sin, Julia Hart, and Skye Blue as their first opponents of what Jamie Hayter said after the match. You got Willow, Nightingale, and Harley Cameron going up against Mercedes Mone and Athena, which we'll talk about that later because Athena caught up with Mercedes Mone backstage after the 12 title celebration. So they're in this tag team tournament, possibly another belt for Mercedes Mone. Windsor and Rio. Interesting combination, but I like it. I really do. They're a team. You got Tony and Mina. I knew this was going to happen. After Tony Storm, I said she's going to lose to Chris Statlander at Wrestle Dream, and she's going to go with Mina in the tag team division. This happened. And then we got Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford go up against TJ, who I have winning this tournament. I got TJ winning this tournament and becoming the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions. And I say that because I think they earned it because being one of the first tag teams in AEW for the women's division. I think they deserve it. They earned it. And for being a team this long and basically the women not giving up on this, especially them for women's tag team titles in the division. This is a great step for AEW to elevate the women's division and to put more spotlight on the women's division. They got the AEW Women's World Championship, TBS Championship, and now the Women's World Tag Team title. So I love it. I love it. I love it. So we get Young Bucks backstage as well. We get the Young Bucks backstage, and they're trying to get Tony Khan. They're knocking on the door and try and get Tony Khan to come out. And then Renee Paquette comes in, and she interrupts, and she's talking about how they lost. And they're like, yeah, we know we're broke. We need, the broke bucks. They need to get Tony to get some money and try and get a match set up so they can win some money. I love that. I love it. Love these money matches, and I'll explain why. Then Tony Khan finally comes out. We get the man himself onto AEW, and I love it. I would love for Tony Khan to become an active general manager character role on AEW. Every week he could be a general manager, calling out the stipulations, restoring order when chaos breaks out, et cetera, et cetera. I would love for Tony Khan to do that and him to be a general manager on AEW Dynamite. I think it'll be fun. Or he can appoint someone as general manager. Everything's chaos is breaking out, and he's too busy. He got to worry about the company as itself with the business and the analytics and all that stuff all these roles that he's got. So he appoints someone. I think Sting would be a solid pick, but I also think Bryan Danielson would be a solid pick. I don't know if his wrestling days are over. I think so, but I love him on commentary. I really do. But I think Sting would be a good pick. I don't think he's going to be down for that, but maybe even Paul White, Big Show, he could be a good one. Imagine him as a general manager, man. But any other type of legend that's not wrestling more that's signed with the company, they could fill in that role and be a general manager on the role, an active manager on there. Maybe even Don Callis. Maybe he could do it. He'd be a great pick. We got there are some selections. So. But I enjoyed this segment. Enjoyed that Tony Khan came out and he said that, Young Bucks like, man, they need some money. He's like, okay, well, you'll do anything for it. Okay, so how about an 8-man all-star tag team match? Which I love these all-star matches, all-star tag team matches, and I love the money matches because back in the wrestling days, they used to have a lot of these. A lot of people poke fun and criticize them, but back in the day, that's how it was in professional wrestling. Back in the territory days and things like that. Some of my older crowd that, with all due respect, can tell us about that because back in the day, you used to have a lot of these money stipulation type matches. So having that, having this again, which I love, Tony Khan announced that Young Bucks will go up against Jet Speed and Jurassic Express in an all-star tag team match for $400K. $400,000 will be on the line. $200K for each team. And then they said, and Young Bucks are like, well, before he gets to it, that's not fair. And he's like, oh, no, you got partners. These guys. And he walks away. Out comes FTR. A lot of history between Young Bucks and FTR. So they said they're going to put the differences aside just so they can win the money. So we'll have that this Saturday night on Collision, the All-Star 8-man tag team match for $400,000. Young Bucks teaming up with the FTR going up against Jurassic Express and Jet Speed. So I think that's going to be a solid 8-man tag team match. So next we get the 12 title celebration. Mercedes Moné has 12 titles. She broke the record. She's of Ultimo Drago. She's extending it, and she's making a stamp in wrestling history and putting her legacy and establishing her legacy. And that's what she's doing with these 12 titles. A lot of people are criticizing it. A lot of people are hating on it, but this is what she's doing and establishing her legacy. And I applaud her. I applaud her for doing this. And she's doing this. And a lot of people are saying she's holding down the women's division. I disagree because when the women defeat her for these titles, the star that she is and all the criticism she's getting, you're talking about it. You're talking about it. And this is what heels do. Heel work. They get you to talk bad about them. They hate them, talk negative. That's the goal of a heel, and that's what she's doing. And a lot of people, they're doing it. You're talking about her. But I applaud her for it. She's a great heel. She's a great heel, and she's winning these titles after titles after titles. Oh, someone else is women's world champion. Let me go after that one. Then that's what she's doing. So if you don't like it, I respect that opinion, but respect her and what she's doing, not only for herself, but also for the women's division. Because last one to do that was Ultimo Drago, having 10 belts. And she's not only the one to surpass him, but she's also the first woman to ever do it. Because no other woman has done that either. So I applaud her. She's doing great. She's establishing her legacy. Mercedes Moné is going with the women defeating Mercedes Moné for these titles. Going to elevate the women's division because it's going to elevate the women that defeat her, especially for that TBS championship. But her holding all these titles, the women and these other companies that go and defeat her for these titles, it's going to talk. It's going to talk. It's going to get the talking going around the wrestling world, on the podcast, in the wrestling community, online, social media. Oh, Mercedes Moné lost this title to so-and-so. Oh, Mercedes Moné lost this title to so-and-so. It's going to get people talking about this promotion and that women's wrestler, this promotion and that women's wrestler, and so on and so on. And then people can tune into those promotions and look at that talent over there and look at those wrestlers. That's what she's doing. So she's helping these companies out, elevating the women's division by helping these other women. It's going to happen. It's going to get people talking about all these other promotions and the women that defeat her for these titles. That is why she's doing it. But the celebration was a little fun and everything. And we had Harley Cameron come up with the little puppet, which was funny. And Harley Cameron, talented, sing. She does the ventriloquist thing with the puppets, and wrestler, great in-ring talent. She doesn't want to. She should be the one to dethrone, in my opinion, Mercedes Moné for that TBS championship. Harley Cameron, she deserves it. She has earned it. Harley Cameron for the TBS championship, dethroning Mercedes Moné would put her over so much. It will elevate Harley Cameron, elevate her so high in the women's division. And then Moné pushed the puppet into the cake, and then she tried to push Cameron in, and out comes Chris Statlander dressed. I guess it was one of the cameramen. She came out in all black in the hood, and she came out and she put Mercedes Moné into the cake. And now we have Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander for the AEW Women's World Championship. Will this be another belt added to Moné's collection, or will Statlander be another one to defeat Mercedes Moné and retain her title? I really hope that's the case because I enjoy Chris Statlander as the AEW Women's World Champion. But if it means Mercedes Moné does it, who knows? This might be a way to bring back Britt Baker. Maybe. As she defends AEW in the women's division, defeats Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Championship, becomes AEW Women's World Champion again, and that begins the downfall of Mercedes Moné. And what better woman to do it than Britt Baker herself, one of the inaugural women's wrestlers in AEW, one of the first one signed. What better way to do it? So maybe that'll be it. Or Chris Statlander retains, and it shows the cracks through Mercedes Moné, and then we get that going on, and then someone defeats her for the TBS championship, and then that begins the downfall, and she loses all these other titles. We'll see. The next we got Jon Moxley backstage promo about Darby Allin, and he thought he said he thought he could get Darby to quit. He didn't. So this is a great backstage promo. Him backstage frustrated about losing to Darby and saying I quit. So this war isn't over between John and Darby. We got the Darby Allin promo towards the beginning of the show, and now this one with Jon Moxley, so it's not over. We had Kyle O'Reilly and Jon Moxley match. Was a fantastic match. Kyle O'Reilly won by DQ right when he had John in the ankle lock. John wasn't going to give up, so he punched the referee. He just punched the referee, and then that caused chaos. The other refs come in the ring. Kyle O'Reilly wins by DQ. So avoid tapping out. He's like, screw it, and he just punched the referee right in the face. So I thought that was fun. And then that leads to the trios match with Death Riders, Daniel Garcia, Real Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli go up against the Conglomeration, Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, and Roderick Strong. And this was a great, really good, great trios match. I thought it was a great match in itself. A plus or A. I gave it a solid A. Jon Moxley, Kyle O'Reilly. I give it a solid A. I thought these are some good matches, and this was good trios matches. And I believe the conglomeration. And I love the Friends style type intro. Thought that was really cool that they did that with the theme. But you got Cassidy, Briscoe, and Strong winning. Pac attacked Briscoe after the match, and Ishii came in and attacked Pac, and all chaos broke out between Death Riders and the Conglomeration. And I really believe this is going to be our Blood and Guts match for the men. Blood and Guts. It's going to be Death Riders versus the Conglomeration. It's a tongue twister right there. Could have chosen an easier name, just saying. But I believe it's going to be in the men's Blood and Guts match with these wrestlers right here, Death Riders and the Conglomeration. So speaking of Mercedes Moné and Athena, they had a backstage, and Moné's upset. She has all this cake over, and Athena's mocking her, telling jokes. But then she says, "Hey, how about we team up? Because we're great together, and we established some history here in AEW. You're the longest reigning TBS champion. I'm the longest reigning Ring of Honor Women's champion. So let's team up, go win the AEW Women's Tag Team titles. So who knows? They might even be the Women's Tag Team champions. I don't know. I still call them TJ, but they're going to team up, and that's why they got put into the tournament. And then next we got the TNT champion Kyle Fletcher promo. He comes out bragging about defeating Mark Briscoe, and he's won over Briscoe. They had 5 matches, and Fletcher is now 3-2 over Briscoe. And then out comes Mark Briscoe, and he says, "I was about to leave, but I heard you running your mouth, and that's your problem. You just keep running your mouth. You talk too much, and blah blah blah." And then we get Mark Briscoe requesting another shot for the TNT Championship. One more shot, just one last shot. And then one more chance. And then Don Callis tells him no. So we get that. So I'm sure they'll build that, and eventually we'll get Briscoe and Fletcher at AEW Full Gear for the TNT Championship. Right now we only got Chris Statlander versus Moné for the AEW Women's World Championship at Full Gear. And now we got we possibly will be getting Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher 6 there, and might be Briscoe winning and finally winning the AEW championship in AEW, becoming the TNT champion. I think he should. I think he has earned it. He deserves it. And that's just me. And next we get the main event, which was a banger match, a great match. A++ as well. Okada versus Bandido for the AEW Unified Championship. Bandido is going to be Wrestler of the Year. I'm just saying. Bandido is great, and one day he should be the AEW Men's World Champion as well, or the Continental Champion, or the International Champion, TNT Champion. Bandido should win. He's a great Ring of Honor champion, and I think he'll be a great AEW Men's World Champion. He has elevated himself and developed to this big star in AEW, and him and Brody King are a great team, tag team. So, but this match, again, solid A++. Okada wins. And then after the match, you get Don Cal's family coming out and celebrating. And then after that, then when they're celebrating in the ring, everybody's in the ring, and out comes the last one, Takeshita. And he is staring through Okada's soul. And Okada's staring back, smiling, got that smirk on his face, like, haha, because Takeshi's never beaten Bandido. Okada just did. And Takeshi's looking at him like, you son of a gun. And then Takeshita and Okada, and they had that stare down, and you got the Don Callis and Cal Fletcher going out there, and some of the other family going out there, holding Takeshita back. Hold up, let's celebrate. Let's put all this differences aside, and let's let's not blow the roof off now. Let's relax. So they had Takeshi and Okada, that rivalry, that feud, it's going to feed families, and it's going to be a great feud. I'm excited for it. I'm glad that Takeshita is the IWGP World Champion in New Japan. Congratulations, Konosuke Takeshita, on winning the IWGP World Championship. Congratulate you, brother. And when he wins and defeats Okada for the AEW Unified Championship, and I'm curious how they're going to split this up. Okay, because I'm curious how they're going to split up the Unified Championship if Takeshita wins it. When he wins it, is it going to be where he selects which title he's going to keep, and then the other one's vacant? We have a tournament for it, which would probably be the Continental Championship, and we have the Continental Classic come back, or I don't know, or we have the Continental Classic, and they defeat Okada for it, which means he is not the Unified Champion anymore. He's just the International Champion. I think that would be a better route to go. Or Takeshita, if he defeats Okada for the AEW Unified Championship, and he is AEW Unified Champion along with the IWGP World Champion, having 4 title belts around him, and then whoever wins the Continental Classic defeats Takeshita, and then Takeshita is just IWGP and International Champion, which he was a great International Champion when he was one. So him getting another chance with that title will be great again, and also will crown a new Continental Champion. But the Continental Classic, because Tony Khan said it's coming back. So eventually that title is coming off of Okada, and he is the longest reigning Continental Champion. He 500 plus days. So that was a great AEW show, in my opinion. I enjoyed that show. It was a fantastic show. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. And I can't wait for next week. Can't wait for Saturday. Collision looking great. You got Aminata Page is going to respond to Samoa Joe, the men's world champion, coming back, and he's going to be on Collision. I think we need a little bit more of this on Collision. We need a little more of these stars on Collision. Having these stars on Collision, drawing the attention and getting more of the stars on Collision and boosting up the ratings there, I think that would be a great thing. So I am glad for Collision. Collision is going to be a great show. But Dynamite tonight was a solid show, in my opinion, A++. So I'm excited for it. I can't wait for Dynamite next week. I think Full Gear is going to be a great pay-per-view. I can't wait for that one. We're going to get AEW Full Gear here next month. And I think we're going to see a payoff. That's where I think we'll see a lot of changes. I think title changes and things like that. That's what I'm thinking. So a Full Gear, we might even see some surprises, surprise returns, maybe surprise debuts. I don't know. But Full Gear is going to be great. We're on the road to AEW Full Gear now. So lock in, get ready. I can't wait for Takeshita and Okada. That is going to be a great feud. I think we have Okada win, and we keep this going till at World's End, and that's where Takeshita can defeat Okada for that championship, and he'd be the unified championship champion going into the year. But someone even mentioned Tony Khan doing this at the Tokyo Dome at Wrestle Kingdom, so maybe that could happen. That would be great. Maybe title for title, IWGP and Unified Championship on the line. Bro, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. So we'll see. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Again, like, subscribe, hit the hype button, get me up there in the algorithms, and subscribe. I'm at 300 plus subscribers now. Thank you to everyone who subscribed to me so far. Appreciate all y'all. Thank y'all for coming in tonight for this AEW, or coming in today. Sorry, this evening for the AEW Dynamite review. I thought it was a great show. Again, don't let anybody guess. Don't let anybody tell you different. AEW is doing great. They got some solid stories going on, and if you just take the time to watch and even take the time to do some research on all the talent there, and you'd have fun. Again, get the AEW crate. I got the AEW crate for $40. Okay, and $40. You just gotta wait a few months until they ship the next one, because I think it's like every 3 months you get an AEW crate. But you subscribe for $40. 40. And I got mine. I did a video on it, so if you want to know all I got and what I pull it out the box and show you, go watch the video. But I got the brawlers back there, the micro and the Bible brawlers back there. I got a signed Ryan Keith poster. I got a pillowcase. I got 2 shirts. 2 shirts are like $30-$40 alone. So I got 2 shirts. I got a new Kenny Omega shirt. And I got a Willow Nightingale shirt. Just smile anyway. And then I got what was it? Then I got this little lapel pin of a Speedball Mike Bailey. And then I got this stamp of MJF and Jay White at AEW Full Gear. So this was the Full Gear crate. Can't wait for the next one. And you get all that for $40. It's not a bad deal. Go on AEW, and I think it's aewcrate.com. Right? Just go to aew.com, look at the AEW crate, look at all the details. Again, $40. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's a deal. It's a steal. You get all that for $40. Wish WWE had something like that. That'd be great. But that was my AEW review. Give it a good solid A. Solid A. This show was good. Real good. Great matches, stories developing. So great show. Really great show. But that is for everyone. Thank you, everyone who watched. Thank you for joining me. Again, like, subscribe, hit the hype button. Hit the hype button. Get me up there now. Like, subscribe. Again, I'm at 300 subscribers. Get me up there some more. And then here soon, I'll be doing my Elite Bible devotions. I got a good devotional for everybody, so tune in. But yes, tune in to that here soon. Tune in for me on WWE Watch Along, Raw Watch Along Monday on Devin the Tribal Chief's channel. Go subscribe to him. Devin the Tribal Chief will be doing live watch along, live reactions of WWE Raw this Monday night. So go tune into that. Appreciate everybody joining me right now for the AEW Dynamite show. Great show last night. Enjoyed it. Loved it. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought of the show. Let me know what you think of AEW. Go follow me on X. Go follow me on Instagram. Go follow me on TikTok. Go follow me on Threads. And support Aaron Loves Wrestling. Support Aaron Loves Wrestling. I just love professional wrestling. That's it. I love WWE. I love AEW. I love New Japan. I love TNA. I love NWA. I just watch professional wrestling. I watch WWE and AEW more, but I love professional wrestling in general. So please subscribe and support this brand. I got shirts right here. This is Aaron Loves Wrestling. It says Wrestling Lover on the back. Got my QR codes. So please purchase a shirt. It's $35, free shipping. You can send me a DM. Pay on my PayPal, and then I'll get it. Send me your address, and I'll get it to you. Great shirt. Support the brand. Subscribe. Go subscribe on my TikTok. Soon I'll get my subscription up on X. Go follow me on X. Go follow me on TikTok and Instagram and Threads. Support me and all my socials, and support the brand. Support the brand. I'll be going to AEW Dynamite in Houston on November 5th. Tune in to that for those pictures and videos and my enjoyment there. Hopefully I get to meet some wrestlers again. So let me be watch for that. And I want to give my review on the experience and everything like that as well. So appreciate everybody joining me. Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, let me know what you thought of AEW Dynamite. Let me know who your favorite AEW Dynamite wrestler is. Let me know what you're excited for Full Gear. Let me know what you thought of the show last night. Like, subscribe, follow me on my socials. Appreciate y'all. And just remember, everybody, just love professional wrestling. Just love professional wrestling. That's all I say. That's all I say. Just love professional wrestling. Just love it. If you like WWE, just love it. If you don't like AEW, I get it. Just love WWE. And you got to talk bad about AEW. Same thing for AEW and WWE. They both got their misses. They both got their hits. They both got their fumbles of wrestlers. They both can have failed storylines or not follow through with stuff or push someone they shouldn't, not push, all that stuff. People complain about both, saying one's better than the other, but honestly, they're both great, and we both just got to watch them and love them for what they are. So appreciate everybody joining me. Love all y'all. Appreciate all y'all. Just remember, love professional wrestling. Love professional wrestling. Peace out.
Lights go down, the bell's about to ring. Aaron's in the booth talking about everything from WWE to you, classics and the rest. You know he's got the passion and he's bringing you the best. Aaron loves wrestling, feel